How's it going, everybody? I'm Jason with the Review Suite. So today we are having a look at a portable monitor. There are a ton of portable monitors on Amazon, and this one in particular comes from a company called Sophon. On the front of the box, you can guess where this image came from. On the back, there's no other information, no FCC or CE or any sort of compliant markers that you would normally see on electronics. But we're going to get into it and see what this monitor has to offer. So when you open up the box, you get some literature, nothing specific about the company, no website or anything, but there is an email address if you need technical support. When you remove the foam cover, it reveals the monitor itself and the power brick. The monitor is inside the folio case and it has a nice heft to it. Inside the box, you get an English manual and 3 sets of cables. The cables included in this box are a HDMI to mini HDMI, a USB Type-C to Type-C cable, and a USB Type-C to Type-A for power. All right, so here is the actual display inside the folio case. Now at first glance, this thing looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds you of an oversized iPad. The folio case has magnets on the front and back, and with the metal chassis of the display, you can easily clip this on and throw it in your bag. Here's a look at the front of the display, and here's a look at the back. I was interested in learning about what this monitor had to offer because of the $119 price point, but more importantly, it has VESA mounting holes. On the back near the ports, you can also see icons for the different IL. On the right side, you have a Type-C port for power, a Type-C port for displays, and a mini HDMI port. On the left side, you have the power button, a control rocker, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. So this 15.6 inch monitor looks pretty good, but how does it perform? Let's have a look. Okay, first up, we're going to connect this 13-inch MacBook Pro to the Sophon monitor. Now, this is the 2016 13-inch MacBook Pro and has 4 Type-C ports. The MacBook Pro is connected to power with the official Apple charging cable, and we're going to use another official Apple Type-C cable to connect to the Sophon monitor. Now this is interesting because with the Sophon monitor plugged into its own power source, it does not recognize the MacBook Pro. Now if you want these two to work, you need to use the included Type-C cable that came with the Sophon monitor and remove the power source from the Sophon monitor. From there, you want to plug in the Type-C cable into your MacBook Pro and then plug in the other end to the power source of the Sophon monitor. And as you can see, things seem to work just fine. Next, we're going to test the Sophon monitor with the PS4. And of course, I'm going to be using the included HDMI to mini HDMI cable. And we have a signal indicating that the PS4 is on. Now you obviously cannot see how well this display looks, but I'm playing some Borderlands 3 here and it looks awesome. Next up, we're going to test the Raspberry Pi 4. Now, as you know, the Pi 4 has 2 micro HDMI ports. So we're going to use a micro HDMI to HDMI cable with a HDMI to mini HDMI dongle. Now on this particular micro SD card, I have Batocera installed, and as you can see, it's working just fine with the Sophon monitor. Finally, we're going to use this monitor in a dual monitor setup. Now I have my Linux machine here with my main wide monitor, and we're going to plug this in with the second HDMI port on my computer. Of course, we're going to use the included HDMI to mini HDMI cable and the standard HDMI plugged in with my ultra wide here. So the system booted up and it recognizes both monitors, no problem. So overall, this monitor seems to be working with most devices you plug into. The only downside is it really only works with the included cables. If you have a close look at the cables, you'll see that they are labeled high speed with Ethernet. If you decide to buy this monitor and you need to replace the cables, make sure that they are HDMI high speed with Ethernet. Now there are three things that I like about this monitor: the metal frame, the thin bezels, and the VESA mounting points. The ports on this monitor are solid. When you plug in any cable, it be the Type-C or the HDMI, it snaps in and you're good to go. Now the speakers on this monitor are not the best. Obviously, there are some sacrifices when you are dealing with a monitor with such a thin frame. So if you need these, you could get by, but I highly recommend that you use headphones with this display. Now at $119, I'm going to cautiously recommend this display. This monitor works as advertised, and I haven't had any problems with it yet. And if anything does change, I will be sure to let you guys know down in the comments or with an updated video. Now, I cautiously recommend this display because there's not a lot of information about the manufacturer of this device. Yeah, it's from China, so you can sort of expect that, but you're kind of at the mercy of the Amazon return window if something goes wrong with this display. But who knows, maybe this display will last a very long time and not give me any problems whatsoever. But there you have it, the Sophon 15.6 inch portable monitor. If you guys have any questions or thoughts about this monitor, please drop them down in the comments below. And if you want to see more video reviews just like this, subscribe to the Review Suite. I'm Jason, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one.